Good evening. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2018. My name is Jacob,
And I'm Danielle.
and we are the Proteus Podcast. Ideas in all shapes and forms.
Jake, I have a question for you.
Oh, and what is
How
that?
long, how long have we been shouting into the void?
Something like 89 episodes officially, plus a half a dozen or so others. We've been doing this
We,
for some time. Over a
we,
year.
well, if we have over 100, that means that we probably have 2 years. Two
Almost two
years.
years.
Almost 2 years.
Hmm.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
And I just want to thank everyone for a moment, for this moment, of
Hi,
this
Mom. Thanks
moment.
for listening.
All right, now down to business. You ready for business?
Get down with that business.
Get down with the business. We got a first look of Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
First female superhero lead. The standalone superhero female superhero lead in the movie landscape.
In the
First
Marvel
for Marvel.
DC
Yeah.
cinematic universe. Because we are absolutely discounting the Catwoman movie and the Elektra movie. Those didn't happen.
Well, they are also anti-villains.
Yeah.
They're
Sort
not
of.
true villain. They're not true heroes. They're anti-heroes.
Mm.
So that doesn't count. Those
Right.
are both villain movies that were poorly made.
That's, that's an insult to poorly made movies.
Like Daredevil,
Yeah.
not the TV show, which is awesome. But yeah. Anyway,
Anyways.
Carol Danvers, Air
Harold
Force
Danvers.
Air Force pilot,
Hmm.
combined with the essence of Marvel,
Hmm.
whom was the original Captain Marvel. His name was Marvel.
Huh.
Did you not know this?
No, I don't know anything about Captain Marvel.
All right. So, would you like a small history?
Sure.
All right. So DC back in the day was like, you know what? Let's take a swing at Marvel. Let's create a hero called Captain Marvel.
Hmm.
And they created a hero called Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel was extremely successful. He had all the powers of Superman without the name of Superman, and outsold Superman comics. And then Marvel was like, "Wait a moment, we're gonna sue you."
Sounds about right.
And so they stopped using Captain Marvel, and then they didn't use it. Copyright lapsed, and Marvel bought the rights to Captain Marvel.
Just kind of hysterical in its own way.
Yeah, and so DC turned their Captain Marvel character into what we now know as Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam! Power of the gods. Whereas, and then Captain Marvel was originally combined with a human guy named like Jake
Ugh.
or Doug,
Who would name their kid Jake?
and they would switch bodies. Like Captain Marvel or Marvel was in the negative zone, and Doug was like in Doug Jake or whatever his name was in the real zone, and then he touched bracers and they'd switch.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy. And modern Captain Marvel, Kara, Miss Danvers, she was combined with the essence of Marvel.
Well, according to this internet article, which probably knows nothing, it says gains superpowers after her DNA is fused with that of an alien following an accident.
Yeah, that would be Marvel.
What kind of accident? I mean, I've involved in a few accidents over in my life, and I can't think of one that would cause a thing like that.
It's like combined DNA.
It's, like, It's a heck of an accident. What were you playing with?
Well, I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah. So then we got Captain Marvel, who's super powerful, super amazing, and yeah, traditionally a red and blue and gold suit.
Hmm.
And the first look we got, green suit.
Well,
Which is technically a throwback to the original Marvel, because he was part of the Kree. And his suit was green. Yeah. Did I bore you?
No, I'm paying attention and trying to see what else the actress Brie Larson has been in.
She's won some awards.
Well, that's good.
Like an Academy Award, I believe, for acting.
She's been in a lot of things over the years.
But yeah, we got our first look, so I'm excited. I'm super excited that it doesn't have her boobs hanging out.
Yeah, that's I'm sure they'll Photoshop that up a little bit or something, because it's, television.
You know what? I don't think
movies.
They should. I don't think they will, considering the current political climate.
You never know. Let's hope for the best on that.
Yeah, I am, and I think that it's going to be awesome.
I'm excited. And according to the IMDb, Captain Marvel appears in the next Avengers movie, which is currently filming.
Infinity War Part 1.
Says this would be Infinity War Part 2. It's not supposed to release until 2019.
Oh, so she's going to be in the second part.
Untitled Avengers movie. So,
okay.
yeah.
So not in the next Avengers movie, but the one after.
That's what I'm getting out of it.
Okay. By the way, have you seen the Infinity War trailer?
I've seen a Infinity War trailer.
Where Thanos just shows up and he's like, "You guys are nothing," and just like smacks around people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, it's so awesome. Josh Brolin is perfect.
Everyone was giving that like a lot of the reception of his appearance, though. Like everyone's like, "You need some Carmex for that chin, and he's too purple." It's like,
dude,
he's Thanos. What?
Thanos.
Come on. This is a comic book. This is the most comic book movies in the history of comic book movies. What are you complaining about?
And Thanos is supposed to be this butt ugly purple dude. It's like if they didn't give him like, deep crevice chin and made him purple, people would like lose their canoodles.
Canoodles? Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
That being said, there's also the trailer that's come out for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, which looks like a ton of fun.
Doesn't it though?
Like, I think they realized what was awesome about Ant-Man. Like, because I remember everyone was like, they're making a movie about Ant-Man? Why? Like, because apparently no one likes Ant-Man until then. And then it came out and defied everyone's expectations and was just a ton of fun. Like, everything about that movie was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm getting from the trailer is they realized what made that movie great and are doubling down.
The only thing I'll say about it is that I wish they hadn't shown the shrinking of the building.
No, my first thought was when he starts rolling it away on like a little... Watch the trailer. If you're not a trailer watcher, spoiler alert ahead. When he starts rolling it away like a little wheeled luggage thing, and it goes over the curb, I was like, and now everything in that building is just in ruins. It's just like it goes from organized office to pow, complete mess.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
It's like you just dropped that building the equivalent of about 12 feet. It's like major earthquake. I mean, kudos on building a building that can be moved that way, but all your filing cabinets are now just in disarray.
Yeah, they're just like everywhere. Maybe everything's like locked in place.
I suppose it would have to be like if you had built a building on purpose, designed to be able to be moved that way. You pretty much have to have made accommodations for that. But I laughed so instantly. I was like, yeah. That was great.
I kind of wish that would have been saved for the big movie, though.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Also, the throwing of the Pez dispenser.
Oh, that's awesome. And I think that there's just going to be a lot more of that.
There better be. There better be. Because, I mean, that right there sort of is like the plastic train in the first one, you know? It's this just incongruous moment, and it wasn't ruined by being in the trailer. You looked forward to seeing it because it was even a fuller and richer experience in the movie somehow.
So, also, I have... Okay, so this takes place after Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, at the end of Civil War... Cap goes and releases everyone out of jail.
Right.
How did he end up under house arrest?
I don't know. He probably did something stupid after all that.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't put it past that character.
Yeah.
Or that actor.
Yeah, that's pretty much that.
I do love the return of Michael Douglas.
Yeah, me too.
As Mr. Pym. As Dr. Hank Pym.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that'll add a little bit of like the seriousness that's needed to elevate the rest of it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm really looking forward to pretty much all the current lineup of Marvel movies.
Yeah, for sure. What about the lineup of DC movies?
I'll watch.
Is there a lineup of DC movies right now?
I don't know. Not really.
I think we have a Flash and Aquaman movie coming. And a little late, if you ask me.
I'm more excited for the Aquaman movie than the Flash movie. Because if the Flash movie is going to be more of the bumbling idiot from, you know, Batman versus whatever.
Justice League.
Batman
versus Justice League.
Batman versus the Justice League thing. Mm-hmm. And it will be just an atrocious train wreck. But Jason Momoa's kind of cool, and I could stand to watch him make an hour and a half of, you know, one-liners. So
I don't think it'd be that, though. I think it's going to be like, behold, Aquaman movie. Behold the politics of Atlantis.
You really think that the Snyderverse is going to just be politics? It's not. It's going to be, you know, punch fest, one-liner, gritty underwater movie.
Can you make a gritty underwater movie?
Sure. You just have to film it in the Mariana Trench.
How many people do you think are going to get motion sick while watching that?
Most.
And get irritated that it's all underwater?
Most.
Because that's the thing, they can't talk underwater.
Sure they can. The guy that talks to fish, right?
Yeah, I
didn't say it was going to be good. I said nothing about it being good. I said I could stand to see Jason Momoa do one-liners for an hour and a half.
I have lack of hope. Lack of faith.
I do too. I have no expectation for it to be good. I expect it to be mildly entertaining.
I mean, we're going to get a second Wonder Woman movie.
Somehow. Against all odds.
They might ruin that.
Probably.
Make her, I don't know.
They'll make a lovely attempt at it.
DC needs to up their game. They need to bring the Arrowverse to film.
That would pretty much make most of their fans happy, actually.
Yeah, I like the Arrow. The Arrow's fun.
Yeah.
I like that interpretation of the Arrow.
And the Flash
from the Arrowverse version. The Flash.
You know, basically, they just need to bring the TV version of everything they've been doing to the big screen with the same actors and quit screwing around and let the right directors do it. Tell Zack Snyder to go back to making, 300 sequels or whatever he does.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 300 really screwed up Zack Snyder. That's my opinion, right?
You think?
Well, that's pretty much where it started.
But 300 was good.
It was good, but he got stuck.
He got stuck.
He's been remaking 300 ever since. Just in different, universes. because
Okay.
like just the film style of 300 has crept into everything he's done since then, as far as I can
Did
tell.
you ever see the sequel to 300?
Yeah, actually.
What was it called?
Rise of an Empire, 300 Rise of an Empire.
I haven't seen it.
Really? It's not
Yeah.
bad.
Well, okay. Typically, when someone leads in with "it's not bad," it's typically followed by "it's not that good either."
Well, it's a sequel. I'm not really
Well,
sure.
there's been good sequels, like everything after Iron Man,
Yeah.
with the exception of the Nick Nolte Incredible Hulk, or what?
Hey,
Edward Norton.
I kind of like that one.
Really?
Kind of.
I didn't. I feel like I don't know. I want more Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I just looked at Zack Snyder's IMDb page, and with the exception of Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, which came out the year after Watchmen, which means it was probably pretty much in production at the same time. And 300 came in 2006. Everything after 300 has been weirdly the same.
Okay, list some off.
Sucker Punch, Man of Steel,
Oh man, Sucker
Batman
Punch was
versus
bad.
Superman, Justice League, and then he's, producer on a few other things, Suicide Squad.
Did you see Sucker Punch?
I didn't.
That movie was terrible.
See? But
Like, that
I saw the
movie
trailers
was
for it. That's all I
Bad.
needed.
The trailer looked great. The movie is bad. They're all in an insane asylum. They're all dying.
Yeah.
It's nothing like the trailer. It's just
nothing good about it.
It's just
So my point remains, after 300, he was like, oh, this is my shtick, and he's been doing it ever since.
How sad.
Weirdly enough, he directed, Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, which was apparently well loved.
Mm-hmm. I've been
apparently
hearing...
he's...
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, hang on, maybe that's not him. Never mind. Continue.
I've been hearing good things about the Han Solo movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, evidently the reshoots and the changing of the tone to make it less slapstick has been working.
Awesome. That's what we like to hear. I've voiced my trepidation about this whole thing many a time, and don't think that I can back down from that trepidation, but here we are.
I mean, I don't think that Ron Howard can make a bad movie.
I don't know. Let's see what Ron Howard's done lately.
I mean, Ron Howard's pretty great.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
What has he done lately?
All right. He is famous for Arrested Development, A Beautiful Mind, Apollo 13, and For the Heart of the Sea lately.
Well, lately he's done This Is Us.
And he's apparently an actor and the narrator for Arrested Development.
Actor, producer, director. We want director, right?
Yeah, I'm collapsing the thing. Director.
Oh, God.
Holy shit, they're making a movie of Seven Eves.
What's Seven Eves?
It's a whole podcast in and of itself. We'll get into that some other time.
Okay. Director.
Let's see. He directed
Solo.
something called Inferno, In the Heart of the Sea, Made in America, Rush, The Dilemma, President, Angels and Demons, Frost vs. Nixon, The Da Vinci Code, Cinderella Man, The Missing, A Beautiful Mind, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Ed TV, Ransom, Apollo 13,
How the
Far and
Grinch Stole
Away.
Christmas was not good. That's going back a little bit too far.
Well,
But
going back
Beautiful
farther,
Mind?
Apollo 13, Far and Away, Backdraft,
Ooh, Backdraft was good. Willow.
Willow,
Use the wand,
Cocoon.
Willow. You idiot. Cocoon was great. But yeah, solid. Ron Howard, solid.
Yeah, solid director.
And he knew Andy Griffith.
And if we look at what he's produced, he's done he's produced on a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah.
So, good night.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good.
Prolific producer.
And he's evidently completely reshot the film. So
I am so happy to hear that.
Yeah, so am I.
Because I hadn't really heard anything good about it up until he took over.
Yeah, that's funny how that works.
Yeah, it's a little upsetting. Apparently, there's a Dark Tower TV series announced, and he is producing on that.
Ooh, fun,
Yeah.
fun.
It's an unfilmable book. How in the hell? Anyways.
Well, so yeah, that's news in the world of movies. The Han Solo movie looks like it's gonna do pretty good. Also, people are saying it's going to do some healing after The Last Jedi.
I sure hope so. That was a little
Which
divisive there.
That's a very divisive Star Wars film, which Star Wars should not be divisive.
Yeah. So when is the next Star Wars movie coming out?
Next year.
Next year, and that's going to be...
Isn't it? I think, like, let's look here. What's a actor that's in the Star Wars?
Hang on, I have a list. I found a list.
Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley's in it.
Last Jedi. Solo,
Adam
a Star Wars
Driver.
story comes out on May 25th, evidently.
Yeah, 2019 is
And then
for it'll be like
Episode
another
9.
holiday release.
Episode 9, the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the Han Solo movie.
Han Solo movie, that's the next one. I hope.
And it's basically coming out soon.
Yeah?
You know? May.
Soon.
May 25th. I can't believe
Yep.
they're not releasing it on May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. I guess they're not as big a fan of puns as we are.
No.
Is
Absolutely not.
anyone really?
I don't know how they don't have Mr. Hamill on the cast for episode 9, because they kind of have to somehow.
I'm sure they're just keeping it quiet.
I guess.
I mean, technically his character
Ooh.
died in this movie, so...
Meh. No, I refuse to.
A lot of times they, only list the tentpole characters and also starring way at the end after everything else.
Yeah. All right. One last movie thing. Tom Hanks is going to play Mr. Rogers.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie about this reporter. It's based off a true story. This reporter that was super jaded and had to do a write-up on Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Rogers changed his view on life.
Huh.
Because he was such a positive figure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is
And
so
so-
weird.
Why is
Nothing.
it weird?
Sorry, I clicked on a link and confused myself.
Do you see a prolapse something or other?
No.
Then what was weird?
You ever see a picture of someone and go, well, that makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happened.
Okay. Yeah, but Tom Hanks gonna play Mr. Rogers.
Fascinating. I guess...
He played Walt Disney a couple of years ago.
Did he now?
Yeah, in the movie Saving Mr. Banks. It was really good.
He's been playing a lot of people that actually existed lately. Because he played the captain from the ship with the thing with the Pump Somali pirates. Then he played Captain Sully from the crashing of that plane.
Yeah.
Then he played, apparently, Walt Disney. Now he's playing Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
It's going to come to a point where we're going to be going, okay, who has...
Oh, he's playing
and then
the guy from In the Post. He's playing another real life person there.
In Apollo 13, he played a real life person. It's going to eventually become a shorter list of the people that he hasn't portrayed in film. Tom Hanks has not been me.
You know what it is? It's like he's like, I'm still young
Enough.
and I'm not yet to Morgan Freeman level.
Yeah.
So he's just going for it.
He's just going for it. And he hasn't reached the point in his life where he has to reinvent himself as an aging action star the way Liam Neeson has.
That's right. And
So,
why should he? I mean,
be entertaining, be real unusual. Anyways, that's different.
Anyways, yeah, that's what I have today. Those things.
That's a lot of interesting things. We've pretty much covered important film news. I'm sure there's a more elegant way of saying that, and I think I might have thought that sentence a second ago.
Do you want to repeat it? You want to have another try at it?
No, I want you to have a go at it while I try to reboot.
I don't have any news.
I don't know, but like it was a term. It's like today in the news.
Today in the news.
Cinematic in cinema news. Something Anywho. To spare you all of that, if you've enjoyed do you have a quote?
Wait, you can't just jump there.
Yes, I can.
How jaded are you, fool?
How jaded am I? Like a 9, my back hurts.
Like a 9, my back hurts. I'm at like a 3.
3?
A 3.
Ooh, fascinating.
Because you're so jaded, it makes me happy.
This is the worst symbiotic relationship ever.
I'm a terrible person.
That's okay. I'll be terrible with you. Do you have a quote?
I do.
Okay.
And it's a quote from the man Douglas Adams.
The Douglas Adams.
The Douglas Adams. To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money and that is sincerity. I'm going to restart.
Start again.
To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. Yeah.
My quote is from A.G. Carlson. And it is, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Oh, man. That's from KRPO Cincinnati.
Anyways.
Do you know that show?
Nope.
You know that show? Know that? Yeah, so he is he's a owner of a radio station, and he's trying to get people to listen to the radio station. So he comes up with this brilliant plan to drop turkeys out of a helicopter. And he just drops like live turkeys from like 100 feet up.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Supermarket. Yeah. It's one of the best episodes of that show ever.
Well,
it's like television history.
I feel like you might have told me that story once and I forgot.
Maybe.
Maybe. That sounds like a true story in and of itself. Well, if for some strange reason you liked what you heard here today, remember to follow us on Twitter to be updated when new podcasts are posted.
You can also subscribe to us on Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, anywhere fine podcasts are pervade, of course.
And remember, you can always send a comment to proteuspodcast@gmail.com.
Or you don't have to,
But we'd sure love it if you did.
Yeah. Give us purpose.
It would give us purpose and meaning, perhaps even.
And meaning. Maybe meaning.
Yeah.
No, it won't. It won't give us meaning.
Well, all that being said, I've been Jacob.
And I'm still Danielle.
And we have been the Proteus Podcast. Good night, everyone.